For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Outdoors with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you a bit of a review video and a bit more insight into a new annex that Telta created for their awning. So with me here today I've got the Telta Bedroom Annexe. The Bedroom Annexe is almost a new model they've kind of created. It sort of sits really quite nicely alongside their kind of their tall kind of annex. The tall annex, extra large tall annex on the latter, is designed more could be used as a living area or sleeping, whereas this is purely designed just for sort of a bedroom section as well. It's really quite creative in what they've done, and actually it's all about creating a small pack size, something that's not necessarily too expensive. And if someone's just purely looking for a bit of extra storage or mainly really for sleeping in, I think it ticks the box. It fits all of the Telta's models, so it fits everything from the Pure to the Life to the Soul to the Scenic to the Lounge, which we've also done videos on. So we've done the video on the whole collection. It runs in a really nice ripstop polyester fabric, so it's not necessarily the same kind of breathability that you've come with kind of most of those awnings, but it works really quite nicely. It's designed to be a bit lighter weight, smaller pack size, and is actually very quick and easy to pitch, because all you're really doing is replacing that side panel, zip the annex on, peg the two corners nearby so it's also got some solid to hold onto, the back two, and guy it. There's no poles to insert, there's no anything air to inflate. These little ridges here are built into the actual part of the awning, so, and literally just like a little kickstand, and that helps to give a bit more extra height. And again, it helps to mean that you're not having suddenly big guy ropes coming off massively past. You think, I've got the awning there, which I've put it on the Scenic just for the record. I then put the Scenic and then annex onto it. I'm still nowhere near past my hitch point with even the guide points. So again, that's really quite a really quite clever little thing. In terms of kind of mainly the internal size, we'll come round to that in just a second, but it's round about sort of approximately about 140 wide by about 210 at a push. So that's kind of the inner bedroom size. There's an inner bedroom that comes supplied as standard with it. And also you get sort of pegs and everything to go with it as well. But you see how well it kind of matches the fabric. So with this, we've got actually the breathable Teltex fabric, and that's then the polyester. So they've done a really good job of kind of, mixing them directly in, not to make it sort of too much hassle. So that way it fits models, things like the core drive away, the Telta Pure 330 drive away. So it's got all these little bits and bobs. It's got a nice, almost PVC-esque mud skirt as well. So it's again nice. The areas could take the battering. It kind of works really quite smartly. The two-tone colour, I think, makes it feel a little bit lighter on the inside as well. And we've got these extra ventilation points down here, which is covered by this guying point. All the webbing straps are kind of adjustable, so you can tweak them as you need to. And there's not that many pegging points as well. And one of the things probably is once you've pitched it once and assembled all of it, you can leave that in all the time. In fact, let's bring the camera inside and actually get a bit of a better look from the inside of the model. So now inside of it, you can probably appreciate for the overall sort of size. Like I say, it's not necessarily the biggest space, but it's just enough that you can probably get kind of a double airbed in. Like I said, being 140 wide and 210 long, for me, I can sample, can lie down in here, and you're going to kind of sleep people one next to another. So it means you are getting directly over the person to get out, but if it's just like a small little bedroom annex, it works really quite nicely. Obviously, you've got to be a bit careful with obviously how tall the airbed's going to be to allowing that additional slope. That's why probably it's a little bit wider than your standard airbed, which is going to be normally around about sort of 130-ish. So you've got a little bit of area to play there. Ventilation points located at the back as well, so you have airflow and control that. Personally, I would highly recommend that just because of the polyester nature of the material. You want a circulation of air in here to sort of basically sort of stop condensation, really, well, not stop it, but certainly relieve it. You've also got storage pockets built into the awning, so we've got it above my head and also down at the bottom here as well. We've also got a separate kind of privacy curtain, so when you don't want to see kind of the mess that's inside, you can zip yourself in. And it helps to sort of make it all a little bit darker as well. There are two zip pullers on there as well, so if you wanted to allow a little bit of light in, and you can leave a little bit of the top open, so you can still hide the stuff, but if someone's not going to get a bit scared of the dark, That works really quite nicely as well. Bless you, or cough, I assume. Other things to be a bit aware of, you can obviously remove the inner if you wanted to. So then you would just be using it purely as kind of a storage section. Now, the inner itself, there's no kind of ground sheets in that main part, but you can see obviously you've got a bit more air in it, and because you've got that lighter fabric, it does feel a bit more lighter and airy in there. So arguably, I think if you're going to store something in it, it's better to leave it outside of mine. But this does allow a bit more light and a bit more space directly in to the bedroom itself. But yeah, I think it's quite a nice addition, something a bit different. Something, of course, I think Telta have been working on, and as a bit more of a cost-effective way. Because I appreciate maybe the Telta awnings aren't necessarily the cheapest. I mean, they're good quality and obviously got lots of features. But if you're just looking for that sort of sleeping solution, I think it ticks a nice box. And said easy to pitch, which for me is probably one of the main plus points. Because the last thing you want to do after you've spent however long pitching the awning is then suddenly to start messing around with the annex one side and annex the other side. So again, I think that works on the whole really quite nicely. But for more questions and queries, by all means, feel free to check the link below this video. We'll take you through to our website. We've got things located like the pack sizes, floor dimensions, any other features that's actually on the awning itself, as well as associated products you can look at buying with it as well. So, but that kind of gives you a bit more of an intel into the brand new sort of Telta in the sleeping bedroom annex. But thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again soon in our next Attwoolls Outdoors video review.